Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News, the location to where we give you all the news according to the charts, right? We play the news of what we're getting on the price chart in the stock market to ensure that everyone in our community is in position to capitalize, to win, to profit, to make the bread. We're going to show you all that for Nokia today, right? You guys can see we already got a price prediction on the chart. We've expected this trend to come to a market in Nokia a while ago. Now, it's been a long time, right? The last time we did our price prediction in Nokia was on May the 10th. May the 10th, and here we are, July the 14th. The market finally came to our restriction point, finally. But you can see from the chart that we've been in a upward trend though. So even though it has taken this long for the price in Nokia to finally hit our TP area, ultimate TP area, it goes that way. But the market hasn't been in a decline. It's always been slowly and steadily increasing in price. So we're going to talk about this and see whether or not the market in Nokia still has enough momentum to continue to do that. Or can we now start to expect the price to go down, right? So we're going to talk about that. But before I do, if you all want to join our team, hit the like button, share the video, and also subscribe. One of the things that we do not do here is confuse our people, right? If you don't want to be confused, you need to join this team because we're not all about that confusion. We don't place indicators on our charts. We don't look at fundamental analysis for these companies. We don't even look at FUD reports, short interest reports. None of that is needed, is required just to understand where the market price is going to go. It's amazing how so many people tell you to do your due diligence when price goes down, but nobody tells you to do your due diligence when price goes up, right? Because you cannot place a price on due diligence. Whether you look at a company's earnings reports, you can't put a price on that. You cannot put a price on short interest report, i.e. you can't tell me by looking at some earnings reports or the revenue that a particular company makes that this is what the price should be, right? So looking at Nokia, you guys can see that they got earnings. I'm quite sure they got short interest. Everyone has a different viewpoint on the price of these stocks, right? And every idea, everyone's conviction is already here. Every price bar we see, every volume bar we see has been everyone's ideas. And how they came up with that particular price point for their particular idea, who knows? But the chart doesn't lie. Everything we see is meant to happen. Everything that has occurred so far in Nokia stock, it is what it's supposed to be. And once you realize that, you won't be emotional, you won't be fearful, you won't be greedy. You just come in, take the bag, and move on to the next play. So let's talk about this real quick. Like I said, the last time we did our video in Nokia was on May the 10th, 2021. So here we are. And at that particular moment, we was tracking the trend, right? Nokia started its upward trend in May. That's why I had that ascending line right here. But granted, we broke the ascending line on May the 11th. That is why we identified the support price of around 450. As you can tell, the market did not break 450 to the downside. So that is even more credibility to keep the prediction on the chart, to keep it going. So if I were to extend this further, you guys can see that Nokia never came down to $4.50. That was our support price. And just today, well, yesterday, the market in Nokia came to our ultimate TP price. That's about 17.42% right there. Now, granted, I don't like how long it has taken the price to get there, but it did. From May all the way to mid-July, them soldiers, those resources was locked up in that play just to give us 17.42%, right? This is what you call opportunity cost of your money, right? That money has been locked up in that position, couldn't go anywhere until it came out with profit of around 17.42% from May to July the 14th or July the 13th. Couldn't do nothing with that money. Well, now you can take the bag. 17.42% right there, and take those soldiers and put them in a game somewhere else, right? Or you can put them on another play on this stock. So congratulations to you who was able to see that video back in May and held strong to July the 13th. Now let's do this. I want to take this line right here because you can still tell that this is what the trend in Nokia is, okay? So now, any bouts of weakness, okay, we will have to see strength in order for this trend to continue. Hold price alongside this line, period. Any breakage of weakness alongside this ascending line, we already know to cut the play, move on to the next one, because the market is identifying that it is done with going higher in price. This trend is what the market has already continued to follow. Like, the market bounced off of that line back here June 22nd, June 23rd, and it did it again here May the 13th. So this is important. This line is very important in terms of the strength being maintained. So we have to follow that. So on any indication of market strength in Nokia, when we see weakness and the market comes down, that price cannot break below that ascending line. It's just that easy, it's just that simple. Now I can see that there is the next support area is around 550. Okay, so let me show you 550 as support. All right, so we're around that vicinity of 550. So let me break this time frame out like on a 5 day, because we got a lot of price history here in Nokia, a whole lot that we can usually play off of. And right now, support into the market in Nokia is going to be right around 550 to $5.25. Okay. A better area though is at 5. So I'm gonna hold that support area around $5 into the market in Nokia. Now we're in a very good upward trend. The momentum is here. $5.50 is support. It's going to be acting as support right there, considering what happened on these weekly price bars in the market in Nokia. So on any bouts of weakness, we have two areas of support. We got 550 and then that ascending line. This is the 3 time frame into the market in Nokia. Everything looks good so far. The market is still hinting that it wants to go higher, but we cannot be greedy because the upward trend has already started all the way back in March. So if you're trying to jump onto this train now, you know, some of these profits has already been garnered. So we cannot be extremely greedy into this particular play. $6.15 to $6.50 is where we can see this market in Nokia come towards in the long term. 5-week time frame, we're looking pretty decent. But yeah, I'm seeing a market restriction come in around 650 to like 675 for the long-term view in Nokia. So let me see. So I told you that any bounce of weakness, any movement to the downside, support first is going to be around $5.50. I'm going to bring it all the way down to 5 though. That's a very good support area 2 into the market in Nokia. And let me see where restriction is. I said 650 to like 675. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be around like $6.60. So this is going to be the play right here into the market in Nokia. This is not a short-term play. I'm not looking for this to really give us that much play in the short term. Just like it has taken Nokia months for us to get that 17% out this space, it's going to probably take about the same. This market in Nokia actually has taken a while for it to go higher in price, and I'm kind of expecting the same. So let me just extend out this ascending line, and we're going to play that as well. Okay, so this is what we're expecting. We got 550 as the first area of support, ultimately no lower than 5. Even if the market breaks the trend, we still have the next area of support at $5. Okay, now we're not going to be greedy neither. $6.50, maybe $6.60 ultimately to see this price go to. But in any situation, you always want to have a closer area to take profit. Okay, and I would say that would be around $6.12 to take off some of those soldiers out the position with the profit. So like $6.12 would be our first area TP, ultimately around $6.50, $6.60 in the market in Nokia for the long term. Again, this is what we're playing with. This is what we're seeing. This is what we're expecting. So now I want to know, since you all are joining our team, you're part of our community, tell us where you think the price in Nokia is going to go over the next 4 weeks. Let's do this from a monthly perspective. So in the next month, where will price be in Nokia? Higher, lower? What do you think? What's your prediction? Let us know. Make sure you maintain a profitability. And as always, we'll talk again.